All right, hello everybody. Hey, this is Daniel Higgins coming to you live, and you see I got a video queued up. Listen to me. We're going to chat about breaking free, breaking into your financial freedom, breaking into that time freedom. And you know what? You just saw a glimpse of this sharp gentleman, Mr. Michael Delco, who I'm truly honored to be connected to. You saw him in that short clip live in Dubai. This sharp individual, this sharp gentleman, I'm going to give you a little snapshot of part of his success journey. He is still actively writing this bad boy, right? He's still actively writing this amazing success story, right? But he left a six-figure income for financial freedom, retired himself, retired his wife, retired several adult children. So you may want to lean forward a little bit, because when we talk about breaking free into your financial freedom, breaking free into your time freedom, it's a really good idea to learn from someone who's actually already done it. And now he's moving towards and has already attained millionaire status. So this is the individual that we set before you today, tonight, this afternoon. If you see my Facebook page, you know that we share content from Mr. Delco pretty often because he is amazing. He is the CEO, constantly empowering others all the time. And it's very true that he's living by that moniker. And it's truly an honor that I'm connected to him. Now, also, I want to give you a little snapshot too, in terms of one thing too. He is a pivotal reason why this amazing organization came into being. He took a moment and reached out to a successful billionaire and said, hey, we got something here that's very unique. Let's do this. He invited the billionaire to take a look at maximizing what he was already doing. Now, that is, woo, that's a leader right there, to reach out to a billionaire and say, hey, listen, I see what you guys are doing. We can connect and create something beautiful here. And they started teaming up, and then things started snowballing. And I'm telling you right now, you want to be connected to what's going on. You want to, oh gosh. All right. All right. So we're going to talk about breaking free. This is my amazing business partner and sponsor, Mr. Michael Delco. Woo. All right.
To adequately do this live stream. This is probably a super long stream, but I need to at least say a word about it so that we can help as many people as possible find their path to financial freedom. I'm not a guru, I'm not a financial expert. I'm just a person who was able to get some information under my belt, and it's been beneficial to me. And I've not had to punch anyone's clock in order to sustain myself. And I try to share that information as often as I get an opportunity. And so I want to do this real quick here for you all who may not understand this. Now, you may already know it. And if you do, that's great. You go ahead and share it out with people who may not know it. Maybe I'm able to articulate it in a way that maybe you haven't been able to articulate thus far, and it'll help maybe one more person. If we can help one more person get free from the status quo, from the rat race, from waking up every day at dark 30 in the morning, getting in traffic, working hard, taking a break, and coming home, not spending any quality time with their spouse or their children, their loved ones, and life is passing them by. If we can help one more person get out of that rat race, our job will have been fulfilled. And so I'm going to talk to you about a very simple strategy that anyone can employ in their life, especially here in 2022 and beyond, because of the cryptocurrency and blockchain space. If you apply yourself just a little bit, you can do it, because there's communities all over the world that are helping people learn this space and get free, break free from the status quo and the rat race. And so I'm going to share with you super quick this cash flow quadrant made famous by Robert Kiyosaki. And Robert Kiyosaki, I love the way he explains this thing. And if you get this information and teach it to your children, not only will you be free, but we can wipe out lack and insufficiency through this simple model that you see on the screen. So the cash flow quadrant. Now check this out. I'm not going to be overly verbose about this. We're just going to hit these little highlights and then we'll discuss how you can break free starting tonight. All right. Active and passive. These are two dichotomous ways of generating income for yourself and your family. Active means you're actively involved. You're an active participant in having to do something physically to generate the profits. That's active. Passive is maybe you do something to get it started, but then it begins to take on a financial life of its own and starts to bring in more money for you faster. I literally entitled this live stream, "We're Not Making Money Fast Enough." And I was listening to this gentleman on YouTube and he really fired me up because he was expressing that very fact that you can't be satisfied with only earning what you actively participate in because there's not enough time. You can think of a high paid job, $100 an hour. It still takes an entire hour of your blood, sweat, and tears to generate that $100 that's siphoned off in taxation and inflation, and just the deck is stacked against you. Almost nobody makes $100 an hour, and even if you did, you'd probably bring home about $70 or $60 an hour after taxes and inflation. And you spent hours of your life that you'll never ever get back again to make that $80, $60, $70. Okay. On the active side, you've got the employee, that means they work for someone else, and the self-employed, which means they work for themselves. And both of these are trading time for money, and they're starting over every day at zero. If you're on this side of the quadrant, you will never make money fast enough. I was a former mortgage banker. I managed 3 branches with a well-known bank here in Atlanta, Georgia, all over the world, really. But I didn't have any employees. I was an employee. I was sort of quasi-employee, self-employed. I was right between the two. And so I worked for a bank, but I worked on my own schedule. And I would flex between 3 mortgage loans and try to help people get a mortgage done. Well, I was on the left side of the quadrant. I had to actively do something to generate income. Whereas there were others on the B and the I quadrant, the passive side. They owned other people, assisting them in building their wealth. People either work with them, like a network business, or for them, traditional business. They had a system that allowed them to benefit off the efforts of other people. And that is a good thing. No, that is a great thing. If you ever hear somebody say, those people just trying, they don't understand leverage. And you either utilize leverage or you will simply be leveraged. And leverage is a great thing. You are someone's leverage. They're leveraging your time and efforts. And that's not bad because you may be a place in your life you need a job. So you being someone's leverage is a good change for you. Need what they have, which is money. They're going to pay you to do a job they don't want to do. So they're leveraging your time and effort, and you're leveraging their risk to own a business so they can pay you for doing that. So as long as you're on this left side of the quadrant, you will never make money fast enough to live the lifestyle you deserve. You must find a business system that will leverage the efforts of other people. Leverage is a good word. It's working with others. And if you're in a networking business, it's a complete level playing field. You get to hand off to others what you're able to do, and you can keep it outwork you, they'll out earn you. There's a gentleman on our team who lives overseas from here, 12 hours ahead of us. He's 8 to 10 levels away from us. And yet he outran everybody on level 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And he was first to a huge position within our organization before 7 people above him. So forget the myth that only the people at the top make the money. It's just not true. He proved it. He out-earned everyone above him through that first day of the marketing month, June 1st. He hit a prestigious rank of director, and 7 people above him did not hit the position. That completely eradicates the whole people at the top make all the money. He's out-earning everybody above him. Level playing field, you earn based on your labor, your work ethic. It's a meritocracy. You eat what you kill. Okay, so, and then the investor side is even better, because on the B quadrant, you're utilizing the efforts of other frail humans who get sick and tired and take time off and take breaks and go on lunch, and their car breaks down and they need a, they got to go take care of their sick parent, or they got to go to the kids' daycare, whatever. Humans have human issues, nothing wrong with it. But if you're depending on that human to leverage their efforts, and sometimes that human doesn't have the capacity to do that activity to help you build your wealth. On the investor side, the money never sleeps, never takes time off, never goes to lunch, never takes a break, doesn't get sick and go work for someone else. The I quadrant, money is a terrible master, but it is a phenomenal slave. It will never disobey you. Your money will do exactly what you tell it to do. If you say, go buy me a new belt buckle, it will do exactly what you tell it to do. If you say, go out there and make me some more dollars, it will do exactly what you tell it to do. So when you get in the investor side, it simply means taking some money that you have, putting it to the exchangers, to the professionals who will trade and grow your portfolio, and then they'll return to you profits that day. And now you simply have to have discipline with your money, where you can recompound some of your profits, if not all of them, so that the next investing day, the professionals have more principal to invest for you, and they return an even bigger profit, because the leverage doesn't matter how big your principal is. If it's $100, it's going to return 10%. If it's $1,000, it's going to return 10%. If it's $1 million, it's going to return 10%. 10% is 10% regardless of the principal amount. So when you get into the investor quadrant and the business quadrant will generate rewards, financial rewards for you, that you can now roll into the investor quadrant. And now you've got the B and the I working for you in tandem simultaneously, but only 5% of the people in the world understand and are willing to even take a shot at the right side of the quadrant. Ladies and gentlemen, get back with the person that shared this stream with you. They have some information to show you and share with you that will move you, that will give you an escape route, that will give you an exit strategy from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant, where now the business and the investor side start to generate money for you faster than you can make it on the left side. And all of a sudden, lifestyles change. Folks, it's so simple why this works. When you work, you can only work a finite number of hours, but the business and the money never stop. So you're earning, even if you make $100 an hour on the left side, when you make $100 an hour on the right side, if it was even, 100 on the left as an employee or self-employed versus 100 on the right, business and investor. As an employee or self-employed, you're gonna have to take a nap. You're gonna have to eat. You're gonna probably take the weekend off because you need to refresh yourself, and your time stops your money. Whereas on this right side, it's gonna make $100 an hour. Here you make $100 an hour, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. Here you make the same $100 an hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Even if it were all equal, this side is still going to outrun this side. So you can't beat it ever. Even if you only took $1,000 and got in a business that had an investor component to their business model, like our business, it has a business component and an investor component, and the investor component is highly regulated, transparent, and managed by a multinational company that's poised and trained in managing your portfolio and growing it on your behalf. They take their fee from the profits. So there's very little. And so by all means, try. Get back with the person that shared the stream on their Facebook page and say, please send me some information right now. I need to get involved with what that gentleman is talking about. This is Mike Dalcoe, the CEO, continuously empowering others. Have a phenomenal day, and we'll see you all on the white sandy beaches of the world.
All right, everybody. My goodness, that's just great quality information. And I'm going to leave that chart up because, woo, that chart is amazing. If you've been following Daniel's Den for a while, you know we keep coming back to this amazing chart because it literally walks everybody through how you're going to create cash flow in your life. Every single person under the sound of my voice, you will create cash flow either on the left side as an active cash flow, or you're going to go on the right side and create passive residual income. Every single person that hears this information, you will either break free by connecting to that right side of the cash flow quadrant, or you will be grounded almost like gravity on that left side, continuing to be with the masses. As he mentioned here, you see most people will be an employee and self-employed, and they will stay there and they will not break free. Won't give it a shot, he said, to shift over. A beautiful thing about this cash flow quadrant that Robert Kiyosaki makes very plain is that there is a transition between becoming or moving from being an employee or self-employed and moving over to having and benefiting financially from having that business ownership and tapping into investor. That's why he recommends connecting to this amazing industry of referral marketing to help you break free and transition smoothly from whatever you're doing currently to, just like how Mr. Delco said, have that backup / escape plan. Okay, so I don't know what your goal or dream is. I don't know if it's financial freedom, time freedom. I don't know if you want the complete flexibility of having that one-way ticket to wherever you want to go and not knowing when you're going to come back, right? I don't know how your lifestyle, how you want to improve that lifestyle, not just for you, but I don't know how you want to improve that lifestyle for a loved one, family, friends, maybe son, daughter, grandson, granddaughter, right? People in your life, or great grands, right? We have people from all different walks of life connecting and making that shift from being or having that mindset of activating my only can exchange time to create cash flow, making that shift so that they can break free and move to the right side, just like how Mr. Delco said, where there's a business system working for you, and then there's also your money is working for you. So you have those two options. I've mentioned to you, hey, you have an opportunity now to have an abundance mindset and move towards both sides of the cash flow quadrant on the right, tapping into being a business owner and leveraging using your cash flow to create more cash flow, right? If you've read The Richest Man in Babylon, you know exactly what we're talking about here today, tonight, this afternoon, because in that book, it clearly details out that you want to create income with the income. You want your income to go to work. You want them to create generations of wealth for you over and over and over again and make those generations go to work. Mr. Delco tapped on it. He said, as soon as you have those profits, what are you going to do with them? Are you going to allow them to compound, or are you going to devour them? That's up to you. But we want to put you in position to create more income and use that and leverage that more and more. And I'm telling you right now, you do not want to miss out on what we're doing. Get back with the person who's sharing this information with you. I love hearing from millionaires and financially free individuals. That's why I love being connected to Wealth Builders Worldwide, because guess what? We're surrounded by financially free individuals. I love Mr. Dirk Zalman is one of our advisors, and he was talking about when he created his first $1 million in terms of income, he was about 19 years old. This gentleman is now in his mid 40s. So he brings to the table so much experience. Oh my gosh, I love hearing from him. And he is excited to hear from, we heard from earlier, along with our chairman of the board, who's a successful billionaire. And he's bringing all his experience to the table. So now you have a unique opportunity now, everyone under the sound of my voice, break free from an old mindset, be exposed to a billionaire's mindset. We had a live webinar with our billionaire chairman of the board earlier today, our several financially free leaders and millionaires that were sharing with us all of the excitement of what we're doing. We want to share that excitement with you. Why? Because we want more and more people to break free. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your time. Get back with the person sharing this content with you. If you stumbled upon this on YouTube, go straight to y1income.com. If you stumbled upon this on Twitter, go straight to y1income.com. Get your free registration completed. Yes, we offer free registration. And then from there, you can decide if you want to do your $33 membership that, oh my goodness, opens up the floodgates to sliding over to the right that my financially free millionaire mentor mentioned, being a business owner and having your money work for you. Everybody, have a good night, afternoon, day, night. Just depends on where you're at in this awesome world we live in. We will see you on the next live stream. Thank you.